Okay, well, I'm going to do a reply at this guy's here video. I'm not going to play it because I don't even have any reason to say, oh, copyright, blah, blah, blah. This is not copyright. This should be fair use for educational purposes. But it's not all about that, okay? And it's not to attack MGTOW itself, okay? But I want to point out something here. This is how far people are gone down the rabbit hole. They can't even see it. This guy right here don't even see it himself, okay? You want to come up here and you want to complain about how women treat men. You want to come up here when I'm not criticizing you for how women are treating men because they are. Okay, so don't get me wrong. Okay, you want to come up here and you want to complain when women are picky, 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 picky about who they choose and who they're going to choose to date. Okay, you want to do all of this slamming down the woman. Okay, especially when, Steve Hoke a long time ago, he made a video called Picky, Picky, Picky. He sure did. This has been many years ago, but Steve Hoke did a video called Picky, Picky, Picky. And I was thinking about that video that Steve had made. And I was looking at this and I'm going, oh my God, here we go. The sad thing is, see this guy here who done this video? He has no room. He is totally out of room. He has absolutely no room to complain about females being picky whatsoever. Because he's just like them. He's representing the exact same behavior. It's like the feminist movement. We got feminist men now who come out here and represent the exact behaviors, same behavior of that toxic person, and become toxic themselves. And they don't even see they're doing it. They're naive to it. This is where this guy's at. This is so where this guy's at. As he's cutting these females down for the teeth has gaps in it. She has a few freaking body marks or maybe zits or marks around her neck. Oh, look how fat she is. Look how fat she is. Look how fat she is. Oh, I like the thick thighs on this one. Oh, but this one's fat. And some of these girls he's saying is fat ain't even fat. Okay, some of these girls he's slamming them by their looks. Ain't even all that bad looking. But to him, in his eyes, they are. So he's slamming them down. So he's doing nothing more than, he's doing the same thing the women are doing on the men. So, if he's going to sit there and be picky, 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 and look for all the faults in another human being, the female, he has no room to complain about females doing that to him. Now, we already know how toxic our society is with our own behaviors. And it is literally this way because of both genders. I'm not going to blame women on this one because it is both genders at fault here. And it's funny, it's hilarious. Okay? How this guy does this video. He put it up on the 12th, so it ain't even been up all that long. Of this month. He don't even have very many subs, but yet he's got 2,500 views on it already. And he's got Comment Central here. Well, this is what happens when you're not suppressed down anyhow. Okay, and of course, he's thanks for the comments and likes, everyone. I can't even believe I got this many pals, okay? Translation, I like to see interesting things because I'm boring and I have no hobbies. the clown would on Tinder. Okay, and of course he's talking about Tinder, but the point is, you know, the internet's got a lot of good comments here, and I'm not shooting down any of these MGTOWers of people for these comments. But the point is, the chickies or the girls, the females are picky, 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 just like the men is. This is social engineering. But you hear the men slam the women all the way, slam them down all the time for this behavior, while he represents the very same behavior himself. While in this video he made, see, I got this far in, see the red line? I got 6 minutes into his 11-minute video. And I stopped it. I'd heard enough. I didn't need to hear anymore. Because by the 6-minute mark, you'd already slammed so many females for looks. For looks. Some for being fat. And some of the girls he was calling fat wasn't even fat. Okay? I mean, it wasn't obese. And some of the girls, I mean, just, you know, he's looking for flaws in another human being to use this as a grounds to slam them. But wouldn't want females one after another looking for flaws in him and use that as a slam on him. See, he wouldn't want his own behavior happening to him. He'd be upset and call the females out for doing that to him, while he's doing the very same thing to them, which would make him a hypocrite. And I'm not trying to slam this guy at all. I'm pointing out the behavior. See, it's not about slamming him because the women are doing this themselves. They're just as wrong as he is. I hope you understand this. It's something I've said for years and years and years and years, and I'm going to go on saying it to you until you're blue in the face, and it doesn't matter if you don't like it. I don't care if you don't like it. None of us keep our looks. True love isn't found by lust. When you demonstrate this type of behavior of being picky, 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 you're going by lust. Don't say you're not going by lust, because you are going by lust. There's no other reason you would look for these thoughts to the extent of this. He can't say, well, I need to have some physical attraction because this is overboard. This is not physical attraction. This is lust. He's looking for that perfect sexual bot mate. All about sex. And slamming anybody down along the way as he's looking for it that don't fit what would make him have an erection. Immediately to look at. So it's all about one subject, isn't it? It's all about what's supposed to be last, not first. Then you can't figure out why relationships don't work out, huh? Can't figure out why the breakup rate's where it's at, huh? See, it ain't always just women. I understand the women's very toxic, and I totally agree with men going their own way. I understand why the women are acting the way they're acting. I also understand why men are acting the way they're acting. I also understand just about everybody in today's society don't even know what they're doing. I said just about. I didn't say everybody. I said just about everybody. And that's not a gender issue. That's just a factual statement. Oh, y'all claim you know what you're doing, but you'll prove with your actions that you don't know what you're doing. And you'll say, but this person, you'll give a whole list of people doing it and say that's the way it's done. No. You'll just give a whole list of people that don't know what they're doing. It's not an accident that there's a war on the genders. It's not an accident that divorce rate's where it's at. It's not an accident that there's so many children minus a daddy. That the family unit's completely broke up. Not at all. This guy represents the behavior of building a relationship on quicksand. He's trying to build his relationship with a female on the side of the world's steepest mountain and can't figure out why it keeps falling to the bottom. Or he's trying to build his relationship in the middle of a pond of quicksand and can't figure out why it keeps sinking. This is what this guy right here is doing. Because he's chasing after what's supposed to be last, as he's put it up front at first. What's the social engineering? I'm not blaming him because it's all he knows. It's all he's seen around him his whole life. It doesn't mean it's still right, though. It doesn't make it right. I don't care. 500,000 people are doing it. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Nobody keeps their looks. Nobody. Looks doesn't create who you are. No, not at all. Never has. Matter of fact, some really sick, narcissist, psychopathic, evil people hide behind good looks. But I'm sure you haven't figured that one out yet, neither have you. But I wanted to throw this out there because I want you to see with your own face. I'll leave the link to it. And you can listen to what he's saying. And as you can see, he's got 102 likes. 12 thumbs downs. The thumbs downs would actually be accurate. The likes are from people that probably agree because they're also socially engineered. They're also thinking with the head between their legs that has no brains in it. Wondering why people can't stay together or not care. It's all about going from one to the next to the next to the next. See, so in reality, this guy's up on Tinder and he's acting this way and he's calling himself and he's telling you to go. So I guess I would be curious, what's his idea of MGTOW? Go your own way from some girl that's just because she's got gaps between her teeth? Go your own way from a girl because this might be too fat of a leg for you? Or might not be skinny enough for you? You know, I mean, I'm backing it up a little bit so you can see some of the girls that he was cutting down and some that he liked. Okay? This one here was just way too obese for him. He cut the living hell out of that one, okay? He just couldn't stand that fat. And even girls like this, you know, and I'm going to take you back a little bit. See, he cut most of these women down as he was playing this. There was only like a couple girls he liked. The rest of them, he just slammed them. Okay, if I can get it to do its thing here. I said move. No, you want to keep staying on the same one. See if I can find her. Yep, already has a kid. He mentioned that too. Already has a kid, okay? You don't want that. And I won't blame a guy for not wanting a girl that already has a kid. I won't blame him at all for that. That I'll stand by him with, okay? Because it's another man's kid. It's not his own kid. And he wanted to have his own kids, and she's already had kids by somebody else that she threw away, and now she wants that somebody else to support. See, like right here, already has a kid. Wants somebody else to support the kid, you know. He put her down because she's following a trend. But see, she's just as propaganda programmed as he is. He's putting her down for following this trend while he's following a trend himself. We've all been socially engineered. This is what I try to get through people's heads. Okay? As though we've all been socially engineered, every one of us. And the only way out of it is to become aware of what's actually happened and to start backing up and using critical thinking skills and to examine your own behaviors and your own self and to do unto somebody as you want done unto yourself. And this video sort of reminds me of Steve Polka's Picky, Picky, Picky. Okay? And that was years ago that Steve Polka talked about how picky, picky, picky. Okay? And I have to, this reminds me of this, and I just have to call this out because here's a man that's slamming down females, but as many times as women have slammed us down in 1 to 5 seconds, he's doing nothing different. He's doing it to women. So if all of you guys out here bitching about women doing it to you, when you're going to do the very same thing to them that they're doing to you, you need to shut your mouth, guys, because you ain't got no room to talk. You're just as guilty. You are also part of the problem. I don't know how he equates what he's doing to MGTOW. That I don't understand. What part of men going their own way is this? What are you going? You preaching going your own way because you're being picky, 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 picky? What part of somebody's looks makes their personality? Come on, nobody keeps their looks. So you're not going to keep your relationship. Because as soon as they get a little older, their looks are going to change. And what are you going to do? Throw them away? You're going to do like the woman does, right? You're going to crumble them up as a hamburger wrapper. You're all through using them now, throw them away. It's not going to be about getting to know one another, right? It's not going to be about getting to know each other, see if you can become friends, see if you're compatible, and then see if you can become best friends. Because that'll lead to real love. Then see if that happens. And then get together. And be together. And, you know. It's not about that, is it? No. This is about what turns him on, what makes his dick hard. I hate to say that, but that's what this guy's doing. And he don't care. He's going to slam every female down he comes along if his dick ain't standing on end. So it's all about using her for a sexual desire and throwing her away. Which is no different than a woman using the guy for his finances as an ATM machine and throwing you away. Which is no different than the woman doing that to you. Says she didn't use you for your cock. And if she uses you for your cock and throws you away, you're mad at her for doing that to you. Why, you're willing to do that to her, huh? So you represent that same behavior, don't you? It's still no different. It's usury. So what he's preaching and promoting here is usury. And I don't understand how he's going to say, go MGTOW, to what he's showing you here. This is tender. And if you listen to him, he tells on himself. What he's doing is part of the problem that we're having. Women are doing this just as well as men are doing this, and it don't make it right. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And that's the major reason I'm doing this video. It's not to slam him, it's to point out the wrongs. This guy is literally trying to build a relationship with his cock. He thinks that's what a relationship's about. So he's doomed for failure. It doesn't matter. If he gets a woman in his life, he's not going to keep her. Because he don't have the first clue what he's doing. Oh, he thinks he does, but he don't. Okay, that's the only reason I've done this video. It's because I wanted to point this out to you. We really need to back up and use our heads. I'm all for MGTOW, men going their own way. I think the GFLers should go MGTOW, personally. I think incels should go MGTOW, personally, and take the stress off their shoulders. Because the majority of people in today's society do not know how to treat each other at all. And you're going to get in a hurry to be treated lower than a piece of dirt on the ground by some female because of social engineering. Where if all men just walked away from women, gave them no choice, they couldn't get no men in their life ever, they'll wake up. They'll eventually wake up when they just can't get nobody. And if they're happy being alone, then so be it. Let people, population die off like the powers to be, want from stupidity. But you won't have to worry about that because while you're all busy fighting and not looking behind your back, they're going to roll out G5 and some other stuff, and you're going to find more people getting sick and dying. And you won't stand up for that, what's right there, neither, will you? No, probably not. We'll just get to see history replay itself. It's like the MGTOWers who think that we need to take all the power away from the women. I agree. But then they think they need to distribute the power back onto themselves, saying that men did it right. Okay, and what they're not realizing is, no, that's not what needs to happen. The power needs to be thrown away. The power trip needs to be completely disposed of. Nobody but nobody belongs having power over another human being. A relationship between a man and woman is not about who's the boss. You're only aching to repeat history again, that's all you're doing. If you freaking turn around and take all the power away from the women and give it back to the men, 100, 150 years from now, there'll be another feminist movement. The women will be rising up against the men for their rights because your power will cause your ego to swell up and you will suppress that woman down. You will treat her lower than dirt because you're a god now, which is the same way the women are treating you that you don't like. You say, no, I won't. Yes, you will. History's replayed itself over and over and over from our behaviors, and our behaviors keep replaying themselves too out of social engineering. Nobody wants to feel lower than somebody else. It's not a gender issue. Nobody wants to be told what they can't do. It's not a gender issue. It's a behavior issue. Just like right here, this is a behavior issue. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get through your heads. With that, I'm going to get on out of here, okay? There's not much more I can say, but I don't know if you understand me, but why can I can lead you to water, but I can't make you drink it. I can't get you to see the truth unless you're willing to see the truth. Okay, you can either keep replaying history and destroy yourselves, or you can grow the fuck up and learn. Not up to me anyway.